In the Carolina kitchen today, roasted vegetables make this vegetarian dish even more flavorful. The fresh herbs, just put it over the top.
Welcome into the Carolina kitchen. Daniel Kaufman with Magnolia Ray in Woodfin is here with us, and you're making something that you said is actually fairly simple, but delicious, of course.
Fairly simple and delicious. A lot of fresh ingredients. It's actually a vegetarian dish, but it can be. You can add shrimp to it. You can add sausage to it, so you can liven it up a little bit.
Okay, let's get started.
Excellent. We're going to start with a little bit of olive oil in a hot pan. This is fresh zucchini, which I just did with a peeler into ribbons.
I watched you do that. That was interesting. So you just peeled it into strips.
I make it look like tagliatelle pasta.
Okay.
So that's going to go right into the pan. We're going to add a little bit of salt and pepper. This is a little bit of tomato, red onion, and garlic that I roasted with a little bit of olive oil and white wine for about a half an hour in the oven.
Yum.
So this is going to go in.
What kind of white wine do you like to use?
Whatever I like to drink.
Okay, whatever you've got in the fridge.
Whatever you like to drink works for this recipe. There's also a little bit of fresh thyme in there. And we're going to add a bunch of fresh basil right now. I know a lot of people like to put that in later in the dish. I like to get it in early, get all the flavors start working.
And this is going to be great, especially throughout the summer months when you start getting some of these things. You can put pretty much everything out of your garden.
Exactly, exactly. The tomatoes, the onions, the zucchinis. At this point, we're going to add some green peas. We're going to add a little bit of garlic. At this point, I'm going to add a little bit of fresh lemon juice. Actually, we're going to add a little bit more fresh lemon juice.
And this is very healthy.
It's very healthy. We're actually going to add a little bit of butter at the end, but that can always be left out if you don't want the added fat to it. We're going to add some fresh spinach.
And do you serve this as an entree, as a side?
This is an entree.
Okay.
This is a little bit of veg stock and a little bit of white wine that we're going to add to it. You can always add shrimp stock if you want. You can add just straight wine if you'd like. We're going to add a little bit of salt and pepper again. We're going to add a little bit of fresh parsley just to freshen it up even more.
It's got such a vibrant color. It looks fantastic.
Give that a little stir. And then just for a little bit more flavor, a little bit of butter right at the end. And again, you can leave that out.
Well, that's not very much.
If
you don't let that slide.
Excellent. It's always better with a little bit of butter.
That's a beautiful dish. Hey, while that's cooking up just a second, let's get you guys the recipe at home. Go to our website, WLOS.com. Click on the Carolina Kitchen link. That's the fastest way. Or you can send a self-addressed stamped envelope to 110 Technology Drive, Asheville, 28803. Now, what do you call this?
We actually call it Zucchini Untagliatelle because the zucchini is actually cut like tagliatelle pasta, but there's no pasta in it. So that's why we call it Untagliatelle.
Look at that. What a beautiful dish.
And there we have it. Fresh, light, delicious.
And if you want to add some carbs back, you can have a nice piece of bread with it.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
And that's what's cooking today in the Carolina Kitchen.